Hey everyone, my name's Tony, and today I want to talk about the little guys sprinting behind me, the good old copper golems. Now, I would be lying if I said that this video wasn't at least mostly inspired by MumboJumbo. His video just came out like a couple hours ago, I believe, and I saw that he was having some trouble with the iron golems, or sorry, the copper golems, so I wanted to just kind of play around with them, see what works, see what doesn't work. So yeah, so as you can see, this one down here, he opens the chest, no issues, but I found out that if you don't have at least 2 blocks above the chest, he cannot open it anymore. Which means if you go to pipe items in, you either have to pipe them in from the side, or you have to pipe them in on top of the block that they're not going to access. I also found out that if you have it 1 block back, he also can't open it. I don't really know why, but it's just how it is. You can have blocks like this, but if you do it this way, he will have trouble getting the items down towards the end. It just kind of breaks his pathing, but eventually they will get there. So my recommendation is, even though they are only 1 block tall, to have 2 blocks of air above them. Otherwise, they could potentially break. As for the one up here, this one will also break if the chests are aligned. So I have this bottom row just slid over by 1, and now this one up top is good to go. Now we have this little guy over here. He's a little weird. You can probably notice what he's doing right now. He's not really touching these 2 blocks. If you do not have the copper chest bumped up against the regular chest, then he just skips these 2 chests for whatever reason. And I can demonstrate that real easy. You see, he put it into this one. So yeah, just have them bumped up. If you do have more blocks in there, eventually he will put them into these 2 chests, but it just takes a lot longer. So I'd recommend just having the copper chest bumped up against it. And then I have these back here. Let me just grab this. So this has 10 items, this has 19 items, and that's because this has 10 usable items on this side, and then this one has 19 and that one has 19. So yeah, you can have them with a 3 block gap. They don't really interfere with one another. That also allows you to block them off so they're not like going over into each other's section. But I'll just show you real quick some items in here. You can see they can sort it, no issues. They go through each chest, no problem whatsoever. And then, like I said, you have this one back here, which I'll throw the 19 into. It's the exact same thing. I'll just put them into the chest. I already have this turned on. Now, this one has an issue. I did have these 1 gap apart, and he had an issue kind of getting through about halfway through these chests. With it having 2 blocks here, he still has an issue with these last 2, but he will eventually get there. I would recommend, if you want to have this sort of setup, like if you want to have it automated, because all this is doing is just taking it out of this chest, putting it into the droppers, into the chest over here. If you do want a setup kind of like this, I would have 3 blocks between them, kind of like that one back there. Otherwise, they could interfere with one another. But yeah, you see he's going back and forth, even though that should go into the last 2 chests there. So just something to keep your eyes out for. But I feel like most people would probably build this setup right here. So we'll just go ahead and pop the chest in there. Same thing. I did have some items in these chests. They're the same items in the shulker box. So if you see them kind of like passing some chest, yeah, that's because there's already a couple items in some of these chests. But it's the exact same idea. You know, there's 2 items in each of these now. And then now that he's kind of gotten all those items and filled these up, they just go down here. This one picks them up, drops them down there. No issues. And then now eventually, this one's probably done now. Yep. So you see, it did take him a little bit to get there, but he did get all the items in. So yeah, there's just a little bit of jank when it comes to the copper golems. Nothing crazy, but yeah, they're all sorted now, good to go. So yeah, I just wanted to show what I found. Like I said, I was inspired by MumboJumbo's video, so I just wanted to come in here and play with these guys. I am on the latest snapshot, so I don't know if any of this is going to change, but hopefully they make it a little more intuitive, a little less janky. Like, I would like to have them stacked up so I don't have to do something like this and make my storage room all messy. But yeah, if you enjoyed this, please hit the like button, subscribe button, leave a comment, any of that junk. Otherwise, have a damn good day, everyone.